happy Saturday evening to all of you fine folks out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Welcome to the July the 4th edition of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, brought to you live here tonight on July the 3rd. But we're celebrating the 4th early, and we are glad that you have chosen to join us and invite us into your home. Do a favor for us right now, if you would, real quick. Like and share on Facebook our broadcast. Just hit the like button on it and then share it so that other people can see it and be friends on our Facebook page, and they can join us each and every Friday night. But Saturday night, that is. We're glad you're here with us, though. Another great week this week. We're coming to you live tonight from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia. We would be coming to you live in our studios from Thompsontown, Georgia, but Queasel's on the back of a hole digger some way laying cable in the ground. I pray he does not get electrocuted or does not hurt himself. But anyway, that's where he's at. We're also coming to you live from our studios at 100% Flamingo Road, Georgia. And tonight from the Possum Palace in Wausau, Florida, our remote studios with Charlie Platt. We're coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and 3 sunken islands. And if you happen to miss part of our show tonight, you can catch it this week. It'll follow the rerun of the Phyllis Diller Show, episode number 14. So be sure to catch that if you'd like to follow up. And ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time tonight, we're on the big screen in Northwest Florida. Brand new, but not far from home. We're on the live big screen tonight at Fat Freddy's Flea Market, floor covering, fine costume jewelry, and falafel to go in Fountain, Florida.
Does anybody down there, where's that, Fountain, Florida? Where is that?
Fountain, Florida.
Does anybody in Fountain don't know what falafel is?
And I figured they had some Mediterraneans down there that had it.
Probably have some Greeks, yeah. Have some Greeks in there, some Jews. Probably a lot of Jews live there.
Yeah. But guys, we welcome you tonight, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We are lighthearted tonight. We're going to have a good time. We might be a little serious. We're going to have a good, but anyway, we're going to have a good time. Happy 4th of July to you, man. It's so great to live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Charlie Platt, take it away.
Thank you, Marvin. And I right now go ahead and issue a challenge to that fishing preacher and his 31-pound catfish that tonight's fishing report may get overturned by other people. You understand what I mean? Ronnie Hicks, stay with us. We're going to have some fun with a good preacher. You taking your life in your own hands anytime you get out on a highway in a 4th of July weekend. Now, I just came from Headland back down to the edge of Dothan, and what I observed was your latecomers heading to, this is live, this is at just a few minutes after 8 Eastern time, a few minutes after 7 over here in our old time, and what I observed truly amazed me, that it seems that the elites have waited till the last minute to go down there and claim their little section of sand that will fall between the cheeks of a part of their body. BMWs, Porsches, and then you might see a Mercedes come along. All of these with your extra wide tires and everything on it. They're just boom, 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 80 miles an hour, minimum speed for it. And then the liberal group of the Atlanta part of Georgia comes by, and 2 Priuses and a Subaru. Now they're the ones that's going to save us from all the new green type people, you know. And then come my hero right behind them and blew them off the road. It was a Ford F-350 with a Power Stroke engine and a Forsyth County, Georgia tag on the back of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Get back.
Hey,
It's
Charlie said,
dangerous.
Tony Clay said he's in the house there in Atlanta, and he said you talk about a rat race, you ought to be in Atlanta this weekend.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
thank
no,
you.
no.
Have at it, Tony. No,
Yes,
no, thank
sir. Hello to Lee Scott, to the Seegers that are watching, and a whole lot more. And we invite you to share it, like it, share it, and get some more folks tuned in. Yeah, Floyd is, I know, getting ready for his big short list of things. Uh, and there's so many things going on we can talk about going on in this world. One thing that I want to talk about tonight, and let's just kick it back a little bit. One of the things that I miss most, and I make fun of Georgia traffic. I'm talking about that bunch around Atlanta up there. But the thing I miss most, and used to be so many of them in the state of Georgia, was barbecue joint. Floyd, you know what I'm talking about? A
you. Yeah,
barbecue joint.
yeah,
A,
yeah.
a barbecue joint was usually a service station with old signs on the side of it and a pit out to the back side of it where they would cook a whole hog or either cook the big Boston butts.
Mm-hmm.
And you go in the store, you get your gasoline, you get whatever else you want, and you get you a sandwich and a bag of tater chips. What happened to those places?
Well, they've gone by the wayside. They get a Dollar General. They got the Dollar General sitting there now. They pushed the store down. It's gone. They got the Dollar General sitting there, and they got Mr. Patel with his petrol station sitting there now. All that stuff's gone. But Mr. Patel got all kind of stuff. He's cooking up all kind of stuff. Probably cooking some falafel or something in there. But he got all kind of stuff in there. He got fried chicken, chicken livers, chicken gizzards, all those things that everybody just can't wait to get to eat. But talking about a barbecue joint, I got a little story I want to tell y'all about a barbecue joint. Happy 4th of July, everybody, before I get off on that.
Amen.
Happy 4th of July. We love the 4th of July. The 4th of July is the most, it's the most important event that we celebrate that happened in the United States. Now, of course, birth of Jesus Christ on Christmas Day, that's for the world. But I'm talking about the United States, 4th of July. That's ours. That's ours to ourselves. I had some relatives that lived in Augusta, Georgia, and me and Nadine would go to see them periodically. This is the barbecue joint story. And so there's about 7 or 8 different ways you can go to Augusta, Georgia from Macon. You got to get to Macon, and then from Macon you can go all kind of different ways. So me and her cruising along there. We cruising along there, and she said, "Where are we gonna eat? Eat dinner?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "We'll know it when we see it." Now we are in nowhere. There's nobody around. There's nowhere. I hadn't even met a car. We are basically me and her are in the twilight zone. We're in the twilight zone. We entered the twilight zone. Where we gonna eat? I said, I don't know, but we'll know it when we see it. So anyway, we come over this hill, and then you go down a hill. And we go down this hill, and I see it at the bottom, just like you talking about, Charlie. There's the little store. It was a little store, cinder block store, with a little porch on it, just like it always was. We cruise, we come out, and I see it, and I'm running too fast to stop. And we ride by it, and there's people sitting on the front porch, and there's men in suits, businessmen in suits, business women in dresses and outfits sitting on the front porch. And cars parked all around, nice cars parked all around in the yard there in the parking lot. They ain't a piece of pavement nowhere around now, you understand. It's all dirt. So anyway, I'm going too fast, so I had to go up a hill. I told her, I said, "That's it right there." She said, "Back there?" I said, "Yeah, that's it." I said, "That's where we're going." So we had to go up to the top of the hill, catch us a little road so we can turn around, come back down, and pulled up in the parking lot out there. Got out, and we walked up on the front porch, and folks sitting there eating that barbecue with their neckties on and the suits, the 3-piece suits, and women with the hair all coiffured and everything sitting there. And they said, "Do y'all know what y'all getting into?" We said, "We ain't got a clue." They said, "Well, you go in that store right there, and there's gonna be 2 women behind the counter." Y'all know how these old country stores used to be? There was a counter went all along the side of the one wall over there. That's where they done business at. That's where all the money changed hands. He said there's gonna be 2 women behind that counter. He said they'll tell you what to do. I said, "Okay." So we went in there, and the lady said, two ladies say, y'all want some barbecue? I said, yep, that's what we're here for. She said, well, here, I'm going to give you these plates. It was two styrofoam plates. I'm going to give you these 2 plates. He said, now you go out the back door and you take that trail. You take that trail, go out the back door, take a trail, and you go down there to a screened-in shed down there. And they're going to be 2 men's, not men's. They're going to be 2 men's down there cooking. And he said, you tell them what you want. And he said, they'll fix you up, and then you come back up here, and we'll straighten up. So anyway, we go out the back door, screen door. Ain't no air conditioning there. Screen door. And there's chickens out there pecking around on the ground. Chicken pecking on the ground. So we go and kick chicken, shoot chickens out of the way, go down there to where the men's are at the barbecue pit, a pit where they got the coals up under there, got the cement blocks, with the grates on top, the tin on top of that. And they pull that tin back at him, half a hog's laid in there, whole half a hog. He said, let me see your plate. I said, what do you want? I said, I don't get it. Give me some meat. Put me some meat in there, man. They put me some meat in there. They give Nadine some meat. We got our plate, come back up there where the counter was. And Charlie, they give us some light bread, and we could either get a Pepsi Cola or a Coca-Cola and a bag of tater chips. Just like you said, you get you a bag of tater chips. They said, y'all can just make yourself at home, sit down anywhere you like to. We sat down inside. They had some tables along the wall over on the other side. We sat down in there, eat that barbecue. That's it's probably the best barbecue I ever ate in my life. And that sauce was just fabulous barbecue sauce. We left there, paid the folks, paid them, I don't know, probably $3 a plate. We paid and we left, and we went on to Augusta. And we tried to come back that same way. We couldn't find a way back to the place. And we must have went to Augusta. I still have my kinfolk living in Augusta. We must have went to Augusta a half a dozen times after that to visit. We never saw that barbecue place again. It gone. We was in the twilight zone. I'm telling you, we was in the twilight zone. It's gone. They never have no idea what the name of it. It didn't have no name. It didn't have nothing. It didn't have no menu. But it had some barbecue because them men's could cook some barbecue.
Well, it's kind of like a place we had over here in Alabama, up in Troy, Wilson's Barbecue. And KW Keenan and I were talking about that earlier. He called me kind of like your neighbor, Floyd, and said, I got something for you, stop by. And it was a big old container of Brunswick stew he's been working on for 2 days.
That's right.
Fine, it's fine. But we got to talk about that at Wilson's Barbecue in Troy. You had 2 ladies behind the counter, same scenario, but you had your big pit right behind them. And you order a sandwich, they'd take a pitchfork, it looked like, hit that meat, throw it out there where you could see it. You could watch them chop that up, put that barbecue sauce on it, them dill pickles, and what, nothing finer to ride down the road 80 miles an hour eating a sandwich from Wilson Barbecue.
Richardson's used to do it that way, didn't they, Floyd?
They do it that way. And Richardson was in Iron City, Georgia. And me and Ronnie Powell and Don Merritt and Brad Hornsby was about the second or third customers. This would have been in about 1966 or 67 that went into Mr. Richardson, James Richardson's barbecue place in Iron City. He had that big pit in there, and he'd get that pitchfork in there. And he had something interesting, Charlie. And Marvin, I don't know if y'all know this or not, if you ever had one, he have a rib sandwich, and it would be some barbecued spare ribs between 2 pieces of bread. Now, jump
with
on
the
that.
bone. Yeah, with the bone.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a riblet. It wasn't.
No. Chicken, too. They do chicken that way, where you could get a piece of chicken with a bone in it. A bone-in chicken
right.
sandwich.
That's a real deal there now. Hey,
look at him.
Got that.
Yeah, look at him. My cousin Brian Wills just sent that in right there. He just took that off the grill.
That's good. He's doing all right.
Yeah. Hey, I figure he got 3. I'm sure he's bringing me one, you one, and Charlie one. So I would just
go that.
Hey, Charlie, look at him, Floyd and Nadine tonight. That was their supper tonight. Look, yeah, fresh onion rings and fresh perch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how about that? Speckled perch, or is that brims?
That little brims. And got a little couple of catfish. Y'all know who? Look at them onion rings, there, man. That's homemade
Ooh.
onion rings. Them things, man.
Uh,
Y'all
uh,
know
uh, uh, uh.
y'all know my landscaping professional. I talk about it. He provided them fish for me. He asked me. He said, "What you gonna do for the 4th?" I said, "I don't know, man. I ain't got it figured out yet." I said, "What you gonna do?" I'm gonna have fish fry. I said, "A fish fry." I said, "My wife's folks used to have a fish fry. They'd have a fish fry on the 4th of July rather than barbecue." I said, "I sure would like to have me some fish. I sure wish it cook us some fish." He said, "You want some?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What am I gonna get him?" He said, "For me." I said, "I'm gonna give you some." He's cleaned them fish like that for me, put them in over some ice, and I went and picked him up the other day. We did some landscaping work in my yard, and I did. He brought them fish with me. He said, "I'm gonna bring the fish now." I said, "All right." We cooked them out there this evening, but I mean, there was some fine fish that Leotis brought me, and I appreciate that, Leotis. He'll do. Your preacher might want to talk to you in the morning. He's watching. He's watching tonight. And our fishing reverend. That's Leotis's preacher. He may mention this if he's watching.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. But he may be, in fact, those fish may be the one that the fishing reverend caught and delivered there to Brother Leotis, because
Mm-hmm.
Queasel does not take his brother, his spirit, any fish ever at all. Leotis had to depend on the preacher, had to depend on Steve Hope and Hubert Stafford for his
Hubert
fish.
Stafford.
And
Yep.
the man down there,
Now,
he said the man down there at the gas place, and it's Nathan Wiggins. I know who that is. Man down
Yep.
there at the
now
gas place.
what's wrong with Queasel again? Would y'all explain that to me? I didn't quite understand it.
He
Had a little
rented a
chatting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he rented a trencher, and he is trenching about 250 foot of 50 amp circuit to his pole barn where his camper resides.
Camper.
Yeah,
Now,
Oh,
camp.
camper.
why does he need a 50 amp box for a camper that he takes somewhere else to use? Is
I,
he is he in trouble with Ms. Queasel
that's
and
kind
it's
of
been thrown out? I mean, I don't know. I think I got a legitimate question there, Floyd. Don't you see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, I know what you said. Yeah, it don't make no sense. Cause none of that make no sense to me. Number one, the
No,
camp. Let me tell you about the folks with campers. And I know we got some people watching that's got campers. They love to camp. We go camping. There's some things I figured out about a camper. Oh, and by the way, most folks that's got a camper's got a swimming pool at the house. They just hook up and go off and leave the swimming pool. But anyway, a camper. Here's something about a camper. You got a camper. Well, that ain't big enough. You got to get a bigger camper. And then you got a bigger camper, then your truck ain't big enough to pull it, and you got to get you a bigger truck to pull your camper. Then you got to get you some extra fuel tanks on your truck to fill it up with diesel, because you're getting about 3 miles to a gallon of gas, and you're going to go
uh-huh.
off somewhere, and you're going to park that thing beside a rank stranger, somebody you have no idea who they are or where they come from. You're going to park it next to them, and you're going to sleep in something that you could knock a hole in the side of it with your shoe, and you're going to sleep in there now with you and your family. And you're going to use the bathroom in a 5 gallon bucket. So now tell me the benefits. Any of y'all out there that's got, call me right here. Any of y'all out there, tell me the benefits of a camper. And tell me if I'm wrong on the camper. And I know y'all like it. We got folks that love the camper. They love the camper. Camper this, camper that. Queasel's one of them. So he going to spend all that money, going to rent him a trencher, going to probably done tow up 2 or 3 water lines along the way while he's trenching and go out there. You understand? Whoa, let me back up. That he done put up a shelter. He done put a shelter up so he can keep his camper under the shelter.
Yeah.
I wonder if he take his
well,
shelter with him when he goes camping. I wonder if he got a shelter at the campground. Then he got to
Hey,
pay somebody to
hey,
that night.
hey,
Huh?
Floyd. Floyd, he may have it on a trailer like a fella I saw this afternoon had a
Yeah.
smoker. Let me show y'all this one right here. This is what I got behind today on Enterprise Road. This is
Oh, look at that. Look
a
at that.
charcoal barbecue grill, charcoal barbecue grill on that trailer, and he listen to me now. There was fresh smoke coming out of it, so there was meat on it, and the charcoal was permeating while this was going down Enterprise Road at about 5:30 this afternoon.
How fast was he running?
45 to 50 miles an hour. The smoke was just, I mean, he had plenty of wind going to the Chaco because it was, but it was,
Whoa,
he was,
whoa, whoa!
hey, hey, hey,
You got the wrong idea about this fella. You boys don't make fun of him. He's an entrepreneur. It's called Barbecue on the Run, and he's gonna be setting up on Highway 27, or either over here in Dothan on 431, or up in Headland, selling barbecue sandwiches to all them Atlanta folks heading to the beach.
well, I'll tell you this. Right as I turned off, right in front of Susan Turner's house, he had slung out his lighter fluid and a stainless steel pan, and he had not. The grill was not tied down. So, but it was smoking. Whatever was on it was cooking. I promise you that.
You can't make this stuff up, boys.
Hey,
You
look at
can't
here.
make it up. No, ain't nothing but the truth.
I saw that was at 5:30. My wife took the picture. Look right here, boys. Booger Snodgrass sent it in. Tomato weight 1 pound and 7 ounces.
Whoa!
Mm-mm-mm.
A
What's that he
pound.
got on it? What's that he got on the counter there? What kind of medicine bottle is that? Something like cardio something. So he
Yeah,
goes to
I don't know.
and I have tomato gravy with biscuits while he got his
No.
heart medicine on the table there.
Yeah, taking his heart blood pressure medicine. Yeah. Old Booger.
Booger, ain't but one booger. Look at him. Jan Calhoun, you know Jan and Bear Calhoun.
Oh yeah.
They got a camper. And Jan says this, Billy is hitting us campers hard, but a lot of truth in what he is saying. That's the truth. That's but the truth. If I'm like, call me if I'm lying to y'all. Yes, sir. We're going to use the bathroom in a 5-gallon bucket and wash our feet in the commode. So, woo, Lord have mercy on y'all. No, thank you.
Speaking
Hey,
of
you
foot
ain't gonna have to hit the Pentecostal preachers tonight. You gonna hit the campers.
I hit the campers.
Well-
I keep getting campers too. Yeah, they're parked in there beside of 2 or 3 rank strangers. Have no idea who they are. You know.
speaking of washing your feet in the commode, Marvin, put that picture up. This is an offering from Piney Grove Farms, Kinsey Headland area. What I want to do is introduce folks to a freewheel foot washing bull. He does, and he is very religious with this. Maybe our fishing pastor can elaborate on this. Every afternoon about 4 o'clock, this young bull goes to the water trough, gets all 4 in there, and soaks for about an hour. So that is, to my knowledge, the only freewheel foot washing bull in this area.
I bet
He-
the fishing reverend baptized him.
Does he just
Yeah,
stand there, Charlie? Does he just stand in the trough?
he just stands in the trough
Lord.
every day. Every day he stands
Hey.
in that trough.
Chris Johnson just sent this in. He got one to top my barbecue grill. Look at him now. You talk about one right there now.
Oh yeah, fresh.
Put the whole hog right there. Pull up to your yard and put the whole hog.
Hey, that's gonna be fresh meat there, baby. Woo.
Oh.
Lord, ain't nothing like rednecks. Ain't nothing like rednecks. They can figure it out, buddy. They can engineer it.
Man. Boy, it's a good. I'm looking forward to the 4th of July. You know, it's amazing how a lot of people take for granted the freedoms that we have in this country. I mean,
Are you going?
really,
Are you going?
really,
Whoa. Are you going to
Yeah.
preach that same sermon you did a few years back in the morning?
Nah, maybe not. I'll probably try to hit
Okay.
a little different one in the morning. I'm working on one in the morning after an old Henson song. Thank God I'm free.
There you
Come
go.
But I mean, hey, you know, think about it. There's so many people that take for granted our freedoms. I mean, it really agitates me. The people in this country. And that'll kind of segue us into this segment. They walk among us and they vote. I read an article this week And it really, 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 really bothered me. And what better time to bring this up than on the 4th of July weekend? But without a doubt, there was a news media organization that did an investigative report in and around the Washington, D.C., Georgetown area. And the majority of the students that they interviewed made comments that they were embarrassed to be Americans. Can you believe somebody would say that? That they're embarrassed to be an American? Let me read one right here to you. Here's what one said. I think a lot of things about this country are really embarrassing, just like racist history, colonization, and even currently what's going on with cops. Another woman echoed that sentiment, saying that a lot of times it's just embarrassing to be American because the country claims to support everyone, but we continue to support Israel, which is dislocating quite a few Palestinian people. Now, can you believe that kind of junk? Those people are college students. That girl, the girl that said one of those, here it is. She said this: I am from, guess where, Floyd? Georgia. And I would have never learned it had I not taken those college classes. Just about the way the justice system works and zoning laws. I think college has opened my eyes to a lot of these things.
Yeah, mush. She got mush for a brain. She had a brain when she left here. Now she's got mush for a brain. And her mom and daddy spending about 50 or 60 grand a year on her to send her to college to get a degree that she will never ever make a living from. She'll make more money working at the Dollar General than that degree that she's gonna get is gonna provide for her.
But to say that they are embarrassed of our country and embarrassed to be here, man, that rubs me the wrong way. And that's the bad thing. They really do walk among us and vote.
They vote. And, they vote 2 or 3 times too. They vote 2 or 3 times. If there's any way for them to, they do. But it is the colleges is a bad place to send your child right now. And I know some of y'all. I didn't never had to send a young'un to college. Never had a young'un. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they are indoctrination centers. It's what they are. They are indoctrination centers. And you send a child like that woman, that girl from going where she go? Probably Georgetown is probably where she's going.
Yeah, that's where Georgetown.
One of the big elite colleges. No, 50 grand won't put you. It won't put you through in Georgetown for a year. So anyway,
it won't touch it. But here's the thing: to embarrassed to be an American. You know what I say? Go to Venezuela. Go to communist China. Go somewhere like that. I mean, if you're not happy here and don't like what's going on in America, leave. Delta leaves every day from Atlanta.
Go to Cuba. Where a doctor makes $30 a year in Cuba. But he gets all them fringe benefits. He gets a bar of soap a free bar of soap every month. But he makes $30 a month being a doctor in Cuba. So, go down there.
I tell you this.
Venezuela, get you a wheelbarrow full of money, and you might be able to buy you a loaf of bread if you can find a loaf of bread.
I see it. Hey, let me show y'all this, guys, right here. This is what we need more of. Here are 3 of the Bracken grandchildren. I think it's Piper, Cricket, and Conley Bracken standing in front of our church in the American flag. Now, you can't hardly hear it, but they're saying the Pledge of Allegiance. This is what we need to be teaching our children.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
That's what we need more of right there. We need more parents teaching their kids to respect this country, respect the flag, respect Judeo-Christian values. That's just like that woman talking about that we stand with Israel. By George, we better stand with Israel. The Word of God says that that's His chosen people, and we better stand with them. I don't care what she wants to say and how bad she hates this country. You let us turn on Israel and watch the hand of God and the blessings of God be removed from this country.
Israel's the only friend we got in the Mideast. He's the only friend we got in the Mideast. The only one we can count on.
Exactly.
Now, y'all call me if y'all got a problem with that. Call me, and I'll explain it to you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, it's time right now. We need to give you a little bit of sales pitch right here. Buddy Carlton, Buddy C. Chambers, Franklin Spring Creek Ford. All your vehicle needs, I promise you, if you'll go see Buddy Chambers, Carlton, Buddy C. Chambers, right there at Franklin Spring Creek Ford. He is in the Salesman's Hall of Fame for Georgia of car salesmen. His number's right there on the screen, 229-254-3109. You can reach him. If you need a new car, you need a used car, you need a truck, whatever he can get, whatever you want, he'll try to get it, and I promise you he will service the sale. You will not be disappointed. Our good friend Carlton Buddy C. Chambers at Franklin's Spring Creek Ford. Floyd, tell him a little bit about MC Construction.
Oh, yeah, old Marion Cobb, that's MC Construction. Well, I call the rest, just call the best. I had a testimony about Brother Marion yesterday. I was talking to a couple yesterday, and had gone through some renovation work. And I asked him, I said, who did you renovate? And they said, Marion Cobb. I said, and I quizzed. I said, how did it turn out? It turned out great. That he came in there and said we had to do all this demolition stuff. Said we thought it was going to be 2 weeks just to do the demo. Said he came in there, and in about 3 hours he had all the cabinets out. They was gone. They was hauled off. Everything ready to go. Ready for our cabinet man to come in to put our stuff in. Our new countertops, the whole deal. So that was a testimony right there I got from a satisfied customer of MC Construction Company. And folks lives here in Miller County, got a nice house here in Miller County. Said Mayor done him a good job. So y'all call old Mayor 229-400-2575 for all your renovation construction needs. Mayor and MC Construction Company Cobb.
Guys, it's 4th of July. You know what that means. Fireworks time. There's a place you can go in Colquitt, Georgia, or Blakely. That's the Boom Boom Room Fireworks. 407 East Crawford Street in Colquitt, 6700 Chancey Mill Road in Blakely. Mr. Jerry and Miss Sheila Tyner. You can call them right there at that number. Any and all of your fireworks needs, I promise you they will meet or exceed your expectations. Mr. Jerry did the fireworks show Thursday night for Blakely. Was supposed to do it for Colquitt tomorrow night. It got rained out, but has been rescheduled for next Friday night. And so Mr. Jerry Tyner of the Boom Boom Room Fireworks will be doing that. But hey, you still got time. They're open. I don't know if they're open tonight, but they'll be open tomorrow. They'll be open Monday. Boom Boom Room Fireworks, Colquitt and Blakely. Go see them. Spend some money with them. Buy some fireworks. Let your kids have a great time and enjoy the 4th of July celebrating our freedoms. Guys, we are joined right now by none other than the fishing Reverend. Reverend Kent Barwick is on the phone for his weekly fishing report. Reverend Barwick, we're glad you could join us tonight and take the time to come on the air with us. How are you doing?
He ain't hooked up.
Don't sound like he's doing too good.
Well, they just, I don't know why they laughed when I introduced you. Yeah, so.
Sound like he's hassling. What's he doing? Somebody better check on him. Better go do a welfare check on the fishing river.
What? Yeah, we did. Floyd was interrupting you.
Can you hear Floyd?
No, don't hear a word.
Hold on, they don't hear you. Y'all don't hear the fishing Reverend?
None at all.
No.
Hold on.
You done hit the button on us, the mute button.
Yeah.
Y'all don't hear the fishing Reverend?
Uh-uh.
Huh.
Let him go ahead and talk to him. Other folks can hear him.
Hold on. I mean, I got him coming through. I don't know what the deal is, why y'all can't hear him. Just let me have this part then. I'll talk.
Go ahead and run with it. Yeah.
All right, Reverend Barwick, let's go ahead. You got I got this display of fish up here that you and your partner, Mr. Holt, caught this morning. Looks like a bunch of catfish as well as some. All right, hold on, Reverend Barwick. They ain't hearing you. They are not hearing you on the show. So I tell you what, I'm gonna close you out and call you back and see if we can hear you then. Yeah. I don't know, boys, what's going on there with Reverend Barwick. They can't hear him. There ain't nobody hearing Reverend Barwick. I don't know what in the world is going on with the Reverend Barwick.
Well,
Where's the
I got
stereo?
a picture. I got a picture I want to show. If it's a
Uh-huh.
fishing report, I mean, it's nothing like what he had. It ain't but one
Uh-huh.
fish. A guy holding it up.
Oh, let me get
Can
to it
we?
right here. Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, talk about that for a minute. Let me see if I can get him back.
All right. This is for Floyd. I got a notification from Ronnie Hicks, who is the president of the Henry County Fish Mutilators Association. That is his son, Randall. And that is a 50-pound gag grouper caught on their boats this last week. And Ronnie, if you will type in and send to me the name of that charter, I'll be glad to say hello to the charter group. That's Randon works with his father-in-law down there, I believe, and that was about I don't know how many miles out they were, but that's a pretty good. What about putting that one in the fish mutilator and rolling him around there, Floyd?
That's what
That
I'm
won't
talking
work.
about.
No, that won't work. That won't work. They know better than
You ever
that.
seen you ever seen a prettier fish than that right there?
And that's
That
fine.
is a nice one. Hey, Reverend Barwick, are you there? Can you talk now? Do y'all hear him now?
Nope.
No.
All right. I don't know, Reverend Barwick. I reckon I'll have to redo it. I don't know what's going on. We'll catch you next week. Thank you, brother.
Well, you can talk about it. Do you know the story on any of the fish, Mark?
Well, I know, yeah, like right here. All right, this is what Reverend Barwick and his deacon Steve Holt caught this morning on the Lake Seminole right here. That's some
Yeah.
mighty fine looking mess there. And then right here is Miss Barbara Stafford and Mr. Hubert Stafford. And look at that tilapia she caught right there.
Wow. On
That was
Seminole.
on Lake Seminole right there. Look at all the shell
Yeah.
cracker and
Yeah.
yeah, man, we had a lot of fishing pictures sent in today. Floyd, here's your preacher and his him and his two kids. His kids caught these fish at Vic and Jane Hill's pond, and some nice red bellies right there, brim.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
a
good
That's
deal.
what it's
Methodist
all
preacher.
about.
That's a Methodist preacher, Charlie. That's Floyd's
Yeah.
preacher.
That's my preacher.
Oh.
Yeah, and then let's see what else we got here, picture wise. Here's a good one. Here's my cousin Dana Wales Nunnery. Caught that this morning out from St. Mark's trout. Her daddy wanted me to let the fishing reverend know that was not a Free Will Baptist fish. That they Southern Baptists, once a fisherman, always a fisherman. They can't lose their fishing ability, and so anyway, he wanted me to make sure of that. But that's been a lot of good fish caught this week. Guys, y'all send them in to us. We like to know if you got some fishing reports, you got big produce that you've grown. Are you riding down the road pulling a grill and barbecuing at the same time? Send us a picture. Let us know what's going on. We'll advertise your news, your events, your happenings, all of that. You can send it to that email right there on the address, or you can text it to us or call us, whatever. We want to get the word out and let people know. Floyd, you
Let me,
sent me. Go ahead, Charlie.
I want to say Lady J Charters out of Port St. Joe, Florida is where that gag grouper came from. Randon Hicks, Lady J Charters out of Port St. Joe, Florida. Go ahead.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know what happened to our audio there. I don't know if the fishing reverend something was going on with him, or maybe he shorted his phone out when he was baptizing that big Angus bull of yours.
Could have been.
You had to move on.
Hey,
Had to move on. We had to move on. We can't.
yeah.
The show must go on. Can't go
Floyd,
back.
tell us a little bit about I had 3 pictures right here downloaded from the Miller County Liberal. Look like from about the early 1980s. Got one right here. It says the city team, the first men's place in the men's. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's the first. This was in 1980. I was looking at one of these old liberals here. I want y'all to look at that crew right there, that motley crew right there. And there they are. I think that some of they Fudge Gin, Yates Concrete, all them. I think they with the Baptist Church or whatever. Anyway, Dennis Cook, Kevin Calhoun, John Shiver, Russell Whitaker. Look at all them folks in there.
Man, I'm telling you.
I mean, that was a crew right there now. How about them boys right there?
Lord help.
Woo.
And then here's the JCs. They come in second place. You was part of that, wasn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't no ball player. I was more in management with that. I was, yeah. How about that crew right there now? Look at that.
Look at Don Calhoun.
Yeah, Don Hooney he's holding that's Hooney. Skibo Calhoun holding the trophy. How about them cats that day? Look at that. Over there on the right side, that's the Tab brothers. Dick
Look
and
at Tony and Dick.
Yeah, Tony and Dick Tab. Danny Feelark. Yeah.
And then here's the first in the women's Farm Bureau.
Oh, goodness.
Man, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at that. Down front. That Coot Duncan on the right over there. That's Coot holding the trophy on the right. Second line there. That's Coot. That's Jackie Duncan down there. Her and Sister Connie down there on the front row. Lord have mercy. Look at all them folks in there. Great. Linda Cleveland. She's in the middle there. She worked with Farm Bureau.
Ruby Holt's in there.
Yeah, Ruby Holt's in there. Ruby's holding a trophy. Yeah, Ruby can play ball. And Stewart, she's back in there. Patrick Salmon back there with Creed's on. He was a Chevrolet dealer.
Patrick.
I don't know what I don't think he was no coach in that. I think he may just been a sponsor. That go way back. I like to see them old pictures. They was friends of mine from Baker County coming here to visit with me. Day before yesterday, the Browns up there in Baker County. Bill Brown, his son Will Brown, his son Trey Brown. They watch us every Saturday night. They come in here, brought me some barbecue sauce. Hey, they make some of that their granddaddy used to make called Big Papa's sauce. It's good barbecue sauce. Anyway, Bill was telling me, Bill a little bit older than I am. Him and Calhoun, him and Skibo Calhoun about the same age in there. He was talking about how he enjoys talking about them things used to be in the old Miller County Liberals, old newspaper. He likes that stuff. It rings a bell with him, and we enjoy doing that stuff.
Hey, y'all hold on just a minute here. I don't know if the phone's going to work or not, but I have Queasel on the line. Queasel, are you there?
Oh.
He ain't doing that.
All right, it ain't Queasel. They ain't hearing you. I don't know what's going on here.
We can't hear the free wheels tonight.
Wait, hold on. All right, let me do it. I'll do it this way. Now talk, Queasel.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, talk.
Say something, you know.
2 or 3 friends, but all 2 or 3 of them been calling me and said I better get on the phone, I better get on the television, better do something to defend myself. Said y'all was coming down on me tonight.
I ain't said nothing.
Deal.
We don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who's called you or.
I didn't figure you did. I figured it was somebody that wasn't telling the whole truth.
Yeah. The only person we heard talk bad about you on the show was your preacher, and they couldn't hear him because I don't know, something's going on with my radio system here.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with him, but I schooled him on the art of catching fish Monday.
Ah, okay. You got him schooled on fishing. Well, hey, I know you can't.
I didn't school him. I just showed him how to do it. There's some folks you can't teach nothing, and he's one of them.
Oh, okay. Well, tell us a little bit about what you have been undertaking today.
Now, let me tell you what I have done today. I have run about 1,000 foot electric line and water line with a walk behind trencher that I don't really know how to work, but I'm learning. But between that trencher and them post hole diggers, Queasel has just about had the lick. I'm gonna tell you, we just now are quit.
Floyd, do you want to chime in here, or you want to wait?
No, that's fine. No. Let him go. Give Queasel some time to talk.
The trencher is on the clock. I'm renting it, so the quicker I get through with it, the less I have to pay.
I got you.
So tell Floyd to come on in there.
All right, we're gonna be with you in spirit.
Y'all could have been out here helping me work.
We'll see you next week, Queasel. Have a good one.
We'll catch you next time.
We'll catch you next Saturday night. We'll see you.
All right. Everybody, I love them. I'll see you later.
Yeah. All right, Floyd, you want to comment on that?
No, ain't nothing to comment on. Ain't nothing to comment. I done commented. I done made my comment.
Uh,
I done
I
made
don't
my
know what
comment.
he's talking about coming down on him or anything like
I ain't
that.
coming down. I'm just talking about
It's
no,
telling the
just,
truth.
I'm
Just telling
telling
the
you
truth.
right here.
I,
All right, boys, it is now time for Floyd's short list books and definitions. And the exclusive sponsor, worldwide international sponsor for Floyd's short list books and definitions is none other than Berry Hill Auctioneers, Mr. T.C. Berry Hill himself. Berry Hill Auctioneers, you'll not find a better one anywhere in the nation. T.C. Berry Hill and all of his good folks at Berry Hill Auctioneers are the exclusive sole sponsor of Floyd's short list books and definitions. Take it away, Floyd.
Yeah, let me tell a little story here for me. It won't be long. It won't about TC being in Saudi Arabia over there. And TC's my wife came over there and stayed with me over there as long as she could. And TC's mama, she came over there. She's from Sweden. She's Swedish. Swedish. And she talks like this. She talks with this Swedish accent. Very elegant woman, very intelligent, elegant, classy woman. And her and my wife got to be buddies in Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia got all these big, nice barbershops where men can go in and get facials and shaves and haircuts and everything. Nowhere for a woman to go get fixed up in Saudi Arabia if you'll think about it for a moment. So anyway, Karen told me, she said, if you go out, see if you see anywhere around when all you're rambling around, if you see a beauty shop. Well, found a beauty shop, and it had women's beauty shop was on there, or women's something. Wasn't beauty, because beauty is an ugly word in Saudi Arabia. You can't use that. But anyway, found it was a cement block house, and we found it was a cement block house. So I took them over there, took TC's mama and Nadine over there to get the hair did over there at the barbershop at the Arabic, it's a Saudi Arabian woman's beauty parlor, if you could picture that. Nadine said they go in there and say the first thing she notices is there's some woman in the back there, and she's got a big old tub back there, and it's full of rice. They've been cooking rice back there, so they got a kitchen in the back there. So all these Arab women, they all around. They got all these drapes. They just drape the whole self in black, They black, and Nadine and Dora Lee, which is TC's mama, they go in there. And they got that black thing that draping over them, but they ain't got nothing to cover their head up. They go in there and get their hair did. And anyway, they looking around in there, and Dora Lee, which is TC's mama, and Nadine, they sitting in there. And these Arabic women go to shucking these veils and all this black stuff. They go to shucking it, and there they are in all their glory. And TC's mama said, "Ooh, now I know why they wear all that color over their face." She said, "They look like mooses." Nadine said, Dorothy said, "You better hush, you're going to get us in trouble." She said, "They don't know what a moose is." Short list, Floyd short list. That's a true story. Floyd short list. There we go. Intelligent. Very short list here if you think about it. Intelligent, productive citizens that have a pit bulldog tied to a chain. Think about that one. Intelligent, productive citizens that have a pit bulldog tied to a chain. Here's another one. How many gold chains hanging around you? How having gold chains hanging around your neck makes you a better baseball player. Let me know how that works out. Right? Here's one right here. Here's a short list here. Pentecostal preachers that eat Tide Pods. Okay. Here's a short one here. Y'all know it's been 120 degrees in Portland, Oregon out there. And it's funny to me anyway. Portland, Oregon Democrats experiencing 120-degree heat that give a rat's rear end if air conditioning causes climate change. Everyone right here. Major news stories about the first and second place women's Olympic hammer throwers. When y'all heard anything about the first and second place, you heard nothing about them, just third place. Here we go right here. Y'all know these folks that do all this when you got the governor up there speaking and they doing all this in. Doing all this inside. Signers, call them signers. I guess they have deaf reporters in there for some reason or other in there. Anyway, hand signers that appear to be qualified to do anything other than hand sign. You know, Pentecostal preachers that have hand signers. Can you imagine a sermon Pentecostal preacher with a hand signer? Can you imagine trying to keep up with that? Let's move on. Ways that intelligent, unskilled, non-English speaking foreign migrants can be an asset to any country. Here's one right here. Normal people that want to see two men kissing on a TV commercial. Normal people out there. Normal people that want to see that. Okay. Here's another one. False eyelashes that make you look more intelligent. Ooh, here's the last one on this. Normal people that believe you can celebrate the 4th of July this year for 16 cents less than you could last year. That's what the president's woman said. There's 16 cost 16 cents less this year. Apparently she ain't putting no gas. Yeah, she ain't putting no gas in the car. But that's the big deal. That's Biden's big claim to fame. You can celebrate the 4th of July this year for 16 cents less than you could last year. Hey, look at here. If you think I'm lying, hey, call me. Go back. I'll show you. We'll roll the film on it. And
hey, hit the rewind. Hey, hold on. I want you to hit the rewind on that Pentecostal with the what now? The sign language. What was that one again? One more time.
Yeah, well, let's try back and hit it. It says hand signers that appear to be qualified to do anything other than hand sign. This is Pentecostal preachers that have hand signers.
How would you sign some of that grunting and all that they do?
I don't. Yeah, you can't sign that. No, ain't no way you can do it.
You done riled Tony Clay up now. So
let's do this one right here. Here's one. It's a definition. We're gonna segue into Floyd's definition. Climate change definition. Y'all hear that? We heard that all the time. That's a big deal now. Climate change. A change in regional or global climate patterns, in particularly a change from the mid to the late 20th century. It's attributed largely to the increased levels of atmospheric something I can't even read about. If y'all can read that, let me know. I can't read it. But anyway, climate change. You don't know what climate change is, you know. It's all as a result of fossil fuels. That's climate change. Okay, here's Floyd's definition of real climate change. Genesis 17 through 24. Genesis chapter 7, verse 17 through 24. That's real climate change. Read it, and then you'll understand what climate change is. Mm-hmm. All right, here, let's do another one. Let's see if I can find another one in here. Yeah, here's one right here. A little short one right here. Mainstream media. Traditional, or this is the dictionary definition. Mainstream for mainstream media. Traditional or established broadcasting or reporting. Here's Floyd's definition of mainstream media. Liberal bias, communist-loving, Christian and Jew-hating pundits that are the propaganda arm of the Democrat Party.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, if I'm wrong, hey, come on. If I'm wrong, call me.
Call him.
Call me. I have my phone. I got it hooked up. Call me.
Telephone.
Woo! Oh, that wore me out. Doing all of that. That hand signer. I want to see a Pentecostal preacher with a hand signer standing up by. Y'all watch them hand signers. Next time you get y'all watch. I want you to look at them. Well, you can't help but look at them, but I want you to look at them and just look just how idiotic they look. I guess they're doing that for all those deaf reporters that are in there. Anyway, that's just
Well,
my
it's been brought to you tonight by exclusively Bear Hill Auctioneers. Floyd's
right
short
now.
list book
That may be the last night with the
definitions.
exclusive deal with Bear Hill Auctioneers. He may pay us not to use his name anymore.
Yeah. We do thank also the Boom Boom Room Fireworks, Buddy C Chambers at Spring Creek Ford and MC Construction LLC for being our sponsors. Charlie, it's about that time. We got about 4 minutes left. If you want to kind of wind her down, and we'll take her to the close.
I wonder how many folks will really tomorrow, whether you're in church or at some celebration, think of what this holiday is all about. Not just about firecrackers, not just about barbecue, not just about going to the backwater, the beach, a concert, or whatever. How many of you will think and remember what this holiday is all about? And while you're doing that, think about the direction we're going in this country right now. Think long and hard about it. Go back and read that in Genesis that Floyd was talking about. Read as much as you want. And look at where we are headed in this country. Big news, big news. It's all about the COVID. It's about the politicians. It's about their agendas. It's about Meemaw raising $1.2 million to run for governor again. I guess she wants to be governor when Jesus comes back. I don't know. Same thing up in Washington, D.C. We celebrate, not we, but the country celebrates these people called public servants. And what they are is a bunch of deadbeats that never owned a business or never had a real job. Think about it. Pray for our nation. To you, Floyd.
Amen. Happy 4th of July. Y'all call somebody that you love. Call somebody that you think loves you. Call them up right now and tell them how much you love them. Don't never take anybody for granted. Don't ever take your relationship with anybody for granted. Let people know how you feel about them. Let people know you love them and love this country. Y'all, you sit down and think about what's going on. Like Charlie said, Corey said, y'all think about what's going on, what's happening right here in front of us, right here up under our feet. And it seems like that we're just tied. Our hands are tied. That people like us can't do anything about it because it's spinning out of control. But it is in control, I guess. I don't know. But I know it feels like it's out of control with us. Somebody's in control. They may be making a mess out of everything, but somebody's in control. I just hope I hope God's in control. I hope God has not let us go to our own devices. That's what he says he will allow his people to do. Go to use your own devices. You figure it out. And I think that's what too many of us are trying to do right now. We're trying to figure it out, not let God in the equation, try to figure it out. But anyway, we love y'all. Happy 4th of July. Hope everybody has a safe 4th of July. Hope anybody that's out there sick and infirm, we're praying for y'all. Please know we're praying for y'all. We got some folks on our prayer list that watches us that's having some medical issues. We know who you are. We're praying for y'all. Always know that. Y'all good folks, and we appreciate y'all tuning us in. Go ahead, Marvin.
Guys, it's been a great joy for us tonight. We appreciate you inviting us into your homes, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, and we are very thankful to have your friendships, and we love y'all. Again, please don't let this weekend pass by without really understanding what we're celebrating. We're celebrating freedom. I'm first and foremost glad that I am free in Christ, meaning that I have accepted him as my Lord and Savior, and my freedom comes from Christ, but I'm also thankful that I have the freedom of being an American. and it means a lot. I will never be embarrassed to be an American, and I want to say this. I'm thankful to God for all the men and women that have fought to keep this country free, and it is great to be a citizen of the United States of America. I hope you remember that this weekend, and I hope you celebrate that this weekend. Tomorrow's the Lord's Day. Make sure you go to church. Make sure if you can't go to church, turn on the TV, turn on the internet, and watch church. Give the Lord his due tomorrow. And I'll give you the scripture of the day. The lips of the righteous nourish many, but fools die for a lack of judgment. We appreciate y'all joining us tonight. We love y'all. We'll be right back here, same time, same place next week. Y'all join us. Don't forget you can catch our reruns on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. And we love y'all, and we hope you have a blessed, happy 4th of July. Stay safe. We'll see you again next Saturday night. Good night, y'all. God bless you.
See you.
Good night.